Hi there, it's Neil from I Will Always Love Video Games, and I've got a message out there for people who don't believe that Android is a good gaming platform. You don't know what you're talking about. Sorry, you don't. Is it as powerful as the Xbox or the PS3 or PC? No, of course not. Is it trying to compete with the big three or PC? No, it's not. So when people start talking about things like Ouya or the Game Stick or the new console that Google is working on or the console that Mad Catz is working on, and you try to lump it in with the 360, the Wii U, the Xbox One, the PS4, the PS3, stop it. Just stop. You're making yourself look stupid. They're not trying to compete. They're trying to have their own market. Kind of like how smartphones already have their own market. I bought my Ouya. I got it on launch day. $99. And I'm pretty happy with it. $99 for a machine that will play tons of emulated classics. Has 150 titles at launch. They're not all great, but there's some real winners in there. And it can only grow from there. And you can sideload apps. Use it for an all-in-one box, which, isn't that what Microsoft is trying to do? Watching your movies, streaming videos, listening to Pandora while you play. You know, Microsoft's touting the all-in-one, $500 fucking Xbox One. It's all-in-one. This is all-in-one. $100. $100. Programs are cheaper to use. You don't have to pay a fee every friggin' year. There's your all-in-one box. And for the people out there who say, oh, Android, oh, wow, Angry Birds, and Cut the Rope, and Where's My Water, and that's it. Shut up. If all you think Android does is Angry Birds, look up Shadowgun. Look up 9mm. Look up Gangstar Rio. Rockstar has ported Grand Theft Auto Vice City to Android for $5. It's on Google Play. Go look for it. For $5. It looks better, plays smoother, and has extra shit. Better than the PS2 version. You need to realize something. Android came out, I think it was October 2008 on smartphones. It was in development since like 06 or 07 or something like that. But it hit smartphones 5 years ago. And in 5 years, Android has gone from playing crappy Flash games like Angry Birds and Cut the Rope and stuff like that to PS2 quality. Actually better than PS2 quality. You don't think that in the next 5-10 years, Android will be capable of playing 360 and PS3 quality games? The Tegra 4 chip is right around the corner. NVIDIA is working on a handheld that will stream your games from your PC using the freaking Tegra 4 chip. You don't think that it's growing in leaps and bounds? You're really going to sit there and just say, oh, Android is stupid to play on just because of Angry Birds. Shut up. Go look up the stuff that Android can play right now. The high-end stuff. And then come back and try to say, oh, it's not going to be viable as a gaming platform. If it's not a viable gaming platform, why are so many companies jumping in on it? The Ouya, the Game Stick, Mad Catz is working on a project. Even Google has seen where this is going, and they're working on a console. Even Google is going after it. And they don't need to do it. They've got money out the ass. They don't have to work on a console that uses Android, but they're doing it. There's a market for it. The games are cheap. There's a dozen different devices that you can play Android on. And it's growing in leaps and bounds every year. And a lot of gamers, myself included, are starting to wake up to see how they're getting screwed with console gaming, and they're trying to move to other places. Case in point, I stopped playing Call of Duty. I played Call of Duty Black Ops, and I thought Black Ops 2. And it was a piece of shit. I hated it. I thought it was terrible. And I was really pissed at the fact that I spent $60 on such garbage. Activision puts out the same rehashed stuff every year and charges $60 for it. What do you get? You get a 4-hour campaign, some extra modes, and you get full online multiplayer for $60. There's a series. It's also rehashes, but just like Call of Duty is, there's a series on Android called Modern Combat. They're working on the 5th one now. Go look up Modern Combat 4. It is 4-hour campaign, full online multiplayer for like $8. You can get it on sale between $3 to $5. I actually got it for 99 cents through a special deal with Moga. 99 cents to $7, $8 for the same fucking experience that you're spending $60 on for the console. Does it look as pretty? No, but it's pretty damn close. Even people who have bitched about the Android consoles, about the Ouya and Mad Cats and stuff, like Rich from Review Tech USA, even he has videos up, plugging in his smartphone to his TV and showing you, this is where the future is going. Why are you going to spend $500 on a fucking console that's coming out because it has slightly prettier graphics when you can spend $99 and spend $1 to $7, $10 for the same fucking experience? Really? What do you have to lose for spending $99 on an Ouya? What do you have for, to lose spending $99 on a game stick? Even if they fall flat and they're not supported, you can still get a bunch of cheap games for it and then just leave them on there. You can put your emulators on there and just leave it on there. And then you have a $99 portable gaming machine. What's the problem with that? It's not like you're spending hundreds and thousands of dollars. Why do people bitch about this? I don't understand it. I really don't. And for the people who complain about the Ouya and say, oh, well, I can just hook up my phone to my TV, or, what do I care? You have to keep in mind something. Things like the Ouya and the Game Stick and what Mad Cats and Google are working on are trying to grab the market of people who aren't tech savvy. Do I know how to hook my phone up to my TV via HDMI and pair it with a controller via Bluetooth? Yeah, I do. I know how to do it. Not everybody does. And a lot of people just want the convenience. They don't want to have to deal with everything. When I got a Mocha controller and I hooked it up through my phone, I had to use my Mocha controller through the Moga app. That's the only way I could use it. If I try to pair it with other stuff, I have to download another app and I have to configure buttons and keystrokes and shit. And then if it involves touchscreen stuff, you still have to use it. It's a pain in the ass. Can it be done? Yeah. Is it a hassle? Fuck yes. Yes, it is. And you could read up and learn how to use apps to map your controller to your tablet or your phone and use it that way. But why do that when you can just spend $99? Why would you bother? And if you have a 360 or a PS3 already, you don't have to pay the extra money for a controller. Go look. There are videos showing you how to pair controllers with the Ouya. There are videos showing you how to pair your controller with your smartphone and your tablet too. So it can be done. And another thing to add to that, the people who say, why am I going to buy an Ouya for $99? I can use a smartphone, I can use the newest smartphones and have better technology. Think about this. The Ouya has outdated hardware, sure, but it's $99. And it's already, most games that are coming out for Android are, made to work on Tegra 3. It's already set. Whether there's stuff coming out for Tegra 4 later or not, this is like the, at least the entry level. Kind of like how a lot of games on Steam are still optimized for Windows 7, even though Windows 8 is out now. It's the same kind of thing. $99 versus $300, $400 for you know, a high-end smartphone. And then you still are stuck with the touchscreen. And then you still have to pair it with other stuff, like your other controller or whatever. And you got to look up and figure out what kind of cables you need to hook it up to, you know, your TV and all that kind of shit. Why are you going to go through that hassle? $99. Anyway, I just wanted to make this video because I'm tired of hearing the complainers on different forums about Android when they know nothing about the operating system. They know nothing about the technology. All they see is Angry Birds and, oh wow, I would play Angry Birds on my TV, instead of actually doing a little bit of research. One other thing that I have to point out. I like my Ouya. I'm very happy with my purchase. Am I happy with the company? No. They really did drop the ball when it came to their Kickstarter backers. They really, really did. I feel really bad for the people out there that backed them last year and still haven't received their console. They really royally got fucked. And I hope that the Ouya team compensates them in some way. I hope they give them free games, an extra controller for free, you know, a newer model or something. I hope they do something, because even though I'll defend my purchase of the console, I won't defend the company themselves for the mistakes that they've made. They are an upstart. They were totally unprepared for the amount of backers they were going to get. They were totally unprepared for the number of units they had to make. And they're claiming that they want to make newer consoles each year to meet, you know, technical specs and stuff like that. And this one time, even though it's shitty, I personally will let them slide, because they didn't know what they were getting themselves into. But if they do make new consoles each year and they fuck up again, no, there'll be no excuse, and I will not support them. But in terms of the Ouya itself, I'm pretty happy with it. I bought it. I mean, I got it within a couple of days from Best Buy online. I got it within 2-3 days from Best Buy, and I set it up. It's set up without a problem. No problems whatsoever. I had my account set up. I had it, you know, the updates installed, and I was playing within 20 minutes, which is a lot better than what I can say with my experience with the Raspberry Pi. A cool little machine, but oh god. Man, what a headache, especially for someone like me who doesn't know shit about Linux. It was pretty bad. But the Ouya is great in terms of how user-friendly it is. It's the classic console experience. You plug it in, you set it up, you're playing, that's it. And once I set up certain games and I put you know, the emulators on there and put on some ROMs and directed, you know, the emulator to look for where the ROMs are, that was it. Every time I pick it up, I can switch from emulator to emulator, no problem. The emulators, the .emus on there, are wicked fast. And I mean, I've got emulators on my PC and on my Mac, and this thing is insanely fast when it comes to swapping between emulators and games. So those are just a few of my thoughts on the Ouya, and a lot of my thoughts on people's take on Android. I really hope that people will learn to look up things, you know, to do research on Android and see that it's not just Angry Birds, it's not just cut the rope. There's some real growth going on there, and within the next 5-10 years, it's going to be a powerhouse. I really, truly believe that. So once again, my name is Neil. This is I Will Always Love Video Games, and I'll see you next time.